Okay, I think we're good.
Awesome.
Okay, all right, so official to order, it is 6:02 PM. Please stand for the pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just for the record, I'm chairing until Pat gets here. She's coming from a meeting that started at 5:30. She's supposed to be first on the agenda, so we're hoping that she'll get here in time to at least hear most of the meeting. Just before we go into anything, for under unfinished business for the walking tour, after meeting with Pat, we can talk about Pat, I know you've had some comments about the Somerset walking tour, but in terms of the discussion regarding us going about our own walking tour, I told Pat that we could move that to the end of the meeting or until she gets here, to think of all the things on the agenda tonight. That's something that would, because we're not gonna meet again before we have the walking tour.
Right.
So I feel like I wouldn't want to go into a lot of discussion if she's not gonna be here for that. So, if I could just have a motion to take the agenda out of order and do the walking tour segment, when Pat gets here.
So moved.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Really
Oh, sorry, second.
Second.
Any discussion? All is in favor? All right, going down to the secretary's reports. I guess, Rafa, so are we going to have meeting minutes at all for the 9th, or just based on Pat's notes at a later date? Pat wanted me to ask you if.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so is there a motion to table the approval for the September 9th minutes to our next meeting?
So moved.
There's a second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Going down to the minutes of September 28th for this special meeting. Did anyone have a chance to review those?
There's just a couple, I saw instead of one of the walking, it says waking.
We're not gonna have a awakening tour.
No. An awakening. Yeah. That's what you meant.
The musical hair, yeah, that's what. Anything else in terms of anything that was missed or?
Didn't see anything else.
Okay, and then is there a motion to approve the meeting minutes from the September 28th special meeting? So moved. Second,
Second.
any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, going down to remembrances. Pat, do we have anything?
On people passing away in
Cor-
town, not that I
correct.
know of. If it happened, that, I don't know of anybody.
So we're going down to the budget. We have no expenditures. The balance is at $600. The donations account balance was at $335, and the printing of the brochures has been paid for, $215, and that leaves $85 from the Bay Coast Bank grant. Pat said that stays, that does not go anywhere. We can use it to print more if we need to. But other than that, so we have 85 remaining from that. Under unfinished business, the Preserving Memories tour, Preserving Memories recording, I'm going to be recording with John either the next week or the week after, on either Monday or a Thursday for his session. Irene, I was talking with Pat yesterday about Jeff. So I know you said he's probably not one who wants to talk about himself or his personal history, but Pat gave me a lot of ideas for talking points for the fire department history. How long do you think he would need to prepare in terms of how, I mean, I don't know if I can, just looking out when to contact Cable I'm thinking,
Have you got a tentative date?
I mean, well, we don't have anything, because if he says I need a month, then I'm not gonna. I don't, you know what I mean? It depends on what he thinks he needs. I mean, some of the, I can email you the topics that Pat talked
Okay.
about, but the history of the fire department, some of the significant events, like burning of the school, dog track, early parades, because he would have been involved in
Yeah.
those, the qualifications, then and now for firefighters. I guess the Historical Society has a fire department history notebook
Yeah,
that Pat is going to pick up and give, I guess, more, she felt like Jeff would be better if I gave him questions as opposed to like
yeah.
Talk,
Yeah, probably would.
kind of thing. So I think the pictures would be good for sparking questions from me as opposed to for him. One thing that I want to bring up, if it's true, I was talking with Pat yesterday, is he the oldest, like, one-time fire chief in
No,
town?
I think Ray Costa is older.
Right,
than him.
yeah, okay.
Or if not, they're pretty, I can ask.
Something that I would want to mention, during the recording if it's true, but then
Yeah.
as Pat, or Pat was like, there's another name that she mentioned, I don't know if it was
Ray
Costa.
Costa,
Chief,
he was chief for about 2 or 3 years, I think. Jeff would know more than I would. Jeff was chief for 8.
All right, that sounds good. And so you said what dates you have dialysis?
Tuesday, Thursday, and you wouldn't be doing it on Saturday anyway.
Okay, and when talking with cable, I assumed that weekday nights were like out, but I assumed that when they were having a meeting, they couldn't do
Oh,
anything.
yeah.
But he said the only thing that matters is if the lower level has a meeting
Okay.
the same time of a recording, that would be tough.
Oh,
But if there's nothing going on in the lower meeting, they can record even though something's going on here. I didn't know like how many people were, gonna be involved, so I guess now the lower town hall is now gonna be more of a meeting space. Like, I
yeah,
know zoning is going to be meeting there now, so our fourth Tuesday, so any fourth Tuesday of the month is now gonna be taken up.
okay.
Which I couldn't do that day anyway if I would have zoning, but I don't know how many other boards. Do you know? I know you don't focus on the meeting calendar, but do you know not a lot of boards shifted down there yet?
Most.
Most have.
So that they moved.
It's either here or it's either here or downstairs, at the town hall.
Well, the library at the town hall, what will take that spot?
So that's the meeting room.
That's the meeting room,
It's
yeah.
just one big meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was,
okay.
a long time, not long, kind of a long time ago. Back when my dad was chairman of the board, it
Like
was
2 or 3 years ago, right? 3 years ago now?
So any commission,
more than that.
Well, before the library. Right.
Yeah,
before the
right.
It was also part of food bank too.
Oh, yeah.
But food banks.
And the cable was a much smaller,
Cables
like a
and that.
closet essentially.
Right.
Are you here for anything, Pat? Do I have to like make a motion to yield my?
No, you can keep going.
Yeah, right. So you said next week you're doing John?
Either next week or the week after, once cable, I mean, we have a handful of dates just whenever cable doesn't have to pick one that works and we're good. So obviously it wouldn't be that soon, but not that we need to decide to vote for a date for Jeff right now, but
It looks like it'll put him into like November.
yes,
Okay.
I would say obviously, before Thanksgiving, so.
Yeah, okay.
No Tuesday or Thursday. All right, sounds good. Well, I guess now that Pat's here, we can go right in order. We don't have to take anything out of order. So there are a few discuss and acts on the walking tour, and then Pat, I guess. This Pat said you had lots of comments based on the Somerset one.
Do you want to do Somerset first?
Yeah, do you?
I think we can learn so much from them.
Yeah.
Okay, the
very,
walking
very
tour was
curious.
held on September 19th. Sort of important to remember because think about how late it was like at night. I'll get onto that, but it was September 19th was the date. They
Yeah.
advertised for this walk on Facebook and they had a posting in the library. That was it. That was how they attracted people.
So one posting on Facebook, do you know?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, several, okay.
They did not limit the number of people attending. Mistake number one.
Oh,
We had a lovely evening. Over 50 people showed up.
Oh, wow.
This is what they handed to everyone who came. I'll pass it around. Beautiful
Yeah.
pictures. Really, this is a plus. I mean, really, really nice. They also gave us these 3 pages on like a oak taggy kind of thing. I don't know if they're postcards or they're
I had
two-sided.
those actually when I went.
Nice pictures of old
Yeah.
Somerset. So I thought that was really, really nice. Now then, 50 people. We're walking on Main Street in Somerset, if you know where that is. It's
Yes.
down by, because it's all the seafaring captains. I mean, we're all going after the same thing. Those are the old houses, you know. So we start walking, 50 people.
Oh my God.
One person brought their dog.
Did they have a microphone?
No. No microphone. A woman was videoing it for some cable. All she did was have a free holding camera. She did not have a tripod. It was a young girl. I forgot her first name. She was very nice. So she did video him speaking when it was light out.
Was there a police detail?
None. So
Oh my
50 people are on the street.
That's insane.
So there's no police detail, there's no flashlights or whatever. So by 8:20, I'm sorry, by 7:20, it's dark. Okay, so it started out light.
Yeah.
And there's 50 plus
I have it
people.
in Mars, I've seen it, yeah.
We start walking around. You're walking on uneven.
Yes.
Sometimes there's a sidewalk, sometimes there isn't, sometimes it's brick, sometimes it's sidewalk
Right.
material, sometimes
That's
we are so fortunate no one tripped.
Yes.
Because when it got dark, you couldn't see where you're going. So there's these really attractive street
Yeah,
lights on
street-
it.
they
They
are-
don't throw a lot
they
of
are
light,
beautiful light
but they're
now.
very, very attractive.
So some parts had no sidewalk.
That's correct. So the 50 group, you're not gonna get them to all pay attention and get off the road. So they're in the street and here come cars, not expecting to find 50 people. And you say, oh my God, and no one's even directing them or put one of your vests on, you know? Having it at the evening, that was like crazy.
Yeah.
So it started 7 o'clock promptly because I was the timekeeper.
Dr. Victoria?
John Lassen, the gentleman who was here. So
Oh,
he's
sorry,
he's the director of the Somerset Historical Society. And he's the one who prepared this information. So we start walking around and he's talking to various talking points and we're walking around and we're walking around. In our group, they allowed them to ask questions during your talk.
Okay.
So some people were very knowledgeable. Some people lived along the site and they have really
Right.
important things to say. And then there was like, swear to God, there was like a boy, he was like 12, and he thought anything that he thought of, we all needed to hear. So he interrupted him several times. I'm assuming the kid had a mother or father or an adult there. But anything he thought of like, well, why was that house painted white? I mean, anything, so we all had to stop and listen to, he interrupted the speaker talking. So I didn't know if you were going to allow for comments as you talk. Or-
questions.
So then we had this woman, again, seemed very knowledgeable, but her English was not her first language. We couldn't understand her. So she kept, excuse me, and she's trying to tell him something historic, which was probably really interesting to know.
Right,
But we
but
couldn't understand what she's saying. Now, there's 50 people. There's no microphone. Of course, I stay right with him. I'm not stupid. I can't hear way over there.
Yeah.
So I did hear everything that he had to say,
yeah,
but 50 people cannot stand next to him.
Absolutely.
So limiting the size of your group was smart to begin with. The time of day, of course, you never considered evening.
no.
They realized that was a mistake. You know, that was a mistake. You have the,
Have they done one before?
yes, and it's always been in the evening, and he thought it had to be done in the evening. Oh, yeah, those I want back.
I mean,
I brought you to show.
I mean, if it was hypothetically a weekday, I can understand why evening would be better if you were work, but if it's not a weekday.
He
Wow.
thought, he had been on tours before, but that other groups had put on, and he said, I thought we had to have them at night. No, that was the biggest mistake ever. So it started at 7 promptly, remember? So at 8:15, when we were walking and walking, I said to myself, I'm going to my car. He's half done at 8:15. I'm not staying for this whole thing. Well, I wasn't the only one who felt that way. So when the walking tour hit a street that I was parked up, Okay, so you slowly just.
Societal way.
His wife did it. His wife said, he's gonna be so mad at me, but I've had enough. I'm gonna go sit in the car until he's done. So he realized the group was dwindling down. You're losing your effectiveness, you're losing
Correct,
your
yeah.
audience. And honest to God, there seemed to be so many more parts that were more interesting than the ones we've already hit.
Do-
So he talked about, the sea captain, that sea captain, blah, blah, blah.
Do you feel like the length, was he too verbose on things and needed to trim it, or was there just so much that he should have split it into two parts?
He had the 12-year-old boy interrupting him every 2 minutes. He had the woman from, I think she was from the Ukraine, and we couldn't. And then there was an older gentleman who went in these, where the homes were, and that was their sewerage. Come on, the river was their sewerage. So he said in the 40s, this guy was a kid there. And yet he was walking on that tour in the middle of come on, the guy must be old. So in the 40s, when he was a kid, he said, we used to go in these tunnels. And he said, we were told that that's part of the slavery, the Underground Railroad. And then John says, we have no recorded knowledge of the Underground Railroad in this portion of Somerset kind of thing. And then someone else said, well, wouldn't that have been like for sewerage?
You were told that, go play there. It was
But this guy, thought, I'm in the Underground Railroad tunnel, I'm going up to the house. So you have a variety of people who contribute good information and bad, but the boy was just a nuisance.
Yeah.
And then when the woman brought her dog, it's like, you think the dog's getting the dog was well mannered. The dog didn't belong there. You got 50 people trying to walk on a sidewalk, and now we're gonna watch out for a dog. Yeah, that's pretty much. So I left after an hour 15, an hour 20.
How much long went on for?
She said he cut it short and they didn't even go to parts of Main Street that were, on his original. So in here, it's every house that he was gonna have something to say about. And stuff.
Yeah.
I thought this was beautiful.
I know, the books are
I think these
beautiful.
are beautiful. Just as if they're someone's photos or if they're postcards or whatever, I thought this was lovely. The time of day they realize is wrong, and to open it up to everybody and his brother, you can't have 50 people. You can't, they're too disruptive.
Or I would
But
say,
you're smart to say, I want 15. How you intend to get that 15, that's why I said they had a Facebook posting, but you're gonna ask for like a registration kind of thing. How do you know somebody doesn't come who didn't register?
Oh, you're gonna have.
Something for your arm or something?
Well, first you check the names, but that could be your problem.
People joining in,
Yeah, because
yeah.
like for Taunton, when you do the Taunton walking tours, you have to register for
Yes.
those. So, and then they limit, I think they're 25, because they have a microphone, they have a portable microphone that the leader uses. And of course, they walk down, they have sidewalks, because it's down the main streets of Taunton, downtown.
but us being such not to not be optimistic, but us being such a smaller town and also a smaller district, do we think we have to, is there a potential that we're gonna get the same turnout?
I would say you register.
I would say
Through our
better to
email.
register.
Oh, yeah, I'm not saying we should register, I'm saying,
Yeah.
do you think crowd control is gonna be a
Yeah.
problem for us?
If someone shows up, that's,
Yeah, you don't know.
Right.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Say, I'm not moving till you leave? No, you're not gonna do that.
I think if you did Mount Hope, like that one would probably bring a lot of people, especially from other towns, because of how the prominence of Mount Hope, like hypothetically, but I just didn't know if our districts would bring out that
I
much.
think they
You
will.
think so? No, I'm not saying it won't, I'm just curious.
So that is a good point, how are you gonna maintain the 15?
What's it called? It's a Eventbrite?
Yeah.
It's a website, you can make for free, you can do like a QR code for things, and then people could print or on their phone, show it with the QR code, and then you
That's a
would,
good idea.
and then you can, with your phone, scan the QR code and
Yeah.
accept it. Or if you don't want to do a QR code, just say, print your ticket or show me your ticket when you get there. But then she's right, what if you, I brought my aunt to the town.
Yeah.
I'd say, okay, well
I
then,
brought my husband, my
what if
wife,
everyone
yeah.
brought their aunt here, like now we tripled the crowd, but like, I mean, do you allow a +1 per ticket? Like, I know for real, I don't know what to
Well,
do.
when you
That would be
register
good.
though, when you register.
Well, exactly,
you're on the
so-
street.
With no police presence,
I mean, we could get it, that would cost money, other than
you don't want that, yeah, you don't want
Like,
that.
that would, yeah.
No, that's a lot of money.
It is.
That's a 4-hour detail that you
Yeah.
pay for. What-
Oh,
Minimum
that's right,
$4
whether you're
yeah.
right, that's right.
The last I knew, it was like $30-40.
Oh, I think more.
I think it's more than that.
Oh, it is.
I say regardless, the first thing, like you were talking about was vests, daytime or not, especially
I
because we
think we
have,
were talking about
especially
that.
because we have no sidewalks.
I think we were talking about that
Like-
anyways, right?
And I think if a police person happens to go by when you're on your tour, or if they get wind that you're gonna have this, I'm sure they're gonna want you to have a police presence, because of course that's overtime and money for them. And that's understandable, and they're interested in your safety. I'm not saying they're not. But at least if you have some vests, I don't mean everybody's gonna have one.
Yeah.
But
Right.
if you
Front
show
and back.
they're on the
Right.
side of the road
Front and right.
and you have some brightly colored
Yeah.
something or
We do due
something,
diligence.
you look good. Yeah, exactly. You're doing what you can do.
Yeah. I mean, I think highway department probably has,
They've let us borrow, yeah. they've
Or,
let us
yeah.
use some, yeah.
The society has some you can borrow.
Oh, good.
But I'm perplexed by your point that if somebody extra comes along.
It's a good point, though. What do you do?
Yeah,
He had over 50. We did not register. They just assumed whoever comes, comes. That's nice. It wasn't nice.
so I mean,
When you register though, can't you have something on there that says how many people, you know what I mean? So like they immediately can put two.
well,
I mean, obviously
They-
you might get one or two stragglers.
there are
but,
different ways. I mean, I've never used Eventbrite as a
you know.
host, but I've used it several times as I've actually never used Eventbrite for paid things, I only use it for free things. And I think there are probably, you can do it like concert tickets where there's 15. And when it will say sold out, it will say sold out when the 15 are all gone. I don't think it's like a reservation where, tell us what time you're coming and how many. I bet you probably could do that if that's the event
you can put
format you
in,
wanted to.
for Eventbrite, you can put in how many tickets
Tickets.
you're reserving, because I've done it for free things too, so they'll say how many tickets, and it's, you know, so you say one, because you could register yourself in your, you know.
So then I would, if we choose to do that route, then I would say, put in bold letters, one does not mean one party. It means one
Per
person.
person,
So if
one
you are
person.
bringing your aunt and your uncle and your grandma, then please put 4. But that's fine, but put
Now, were
4.
we gonna do 2?
Now I think we should. Like, especially if,
Well, one of the things that we noticed when we were walking was, because we started at 11. And traffic wasn't, well, Water Street, the traffic, there was a car here or there, but there wasn't.
It wasn't a bad.
it was a Sunday.
It was a Sunday, but and Water Street's like that, you know, but Pleasant Street, like when we got to Tricentennial Park, there was some traffic going by, but the closer it got to noon time, there was more traffic, because that's a main thoroughfare.
Mm.
So. I don't know,
Doing it a little
so doing
earlier.
it earlier, at least by 10 o'clock in the morning, you know, because the traffic, yes, there is some, but it's not as much. And then, of course, we walked Water Street, started Tricentennial Park, walked Water Street, then walked back, and then started on Pleasant Street. We go right out to the street and start walking, and we go to the bridge, and we stop there because we found a little spot that you could kind of stand as a group. And then we're walking back, we're like, oh, we could have walked right through Tricentennial Park instead of on
The main road.
the main road, you know, so you weren't on the main road that long.
That actually might be a good thing to do, like, say, like, please hold questions until we get to that point. That's so if you're gonna, if you're gonna stall for, like, we will take questions, but not just because we don't want you interrupting, and that's gonna be annoying, but also we can't, the longer we stay in here talking for questions, the longer we're standing here talking. So like, reserve questions
Especially when
until
you're
that
on-
point.
When you're on Pleasant Street.
Right.
You know, to hold questions until you're,
Back in Tricentennial Park.
yeah, and you're kind of in a group. Water Street, you know, you kind of like walking along, and I put some stuff in the narrative about the back sides of the buildings on Pleasant Street, like Phillips Garage, and you know, and you kind of talk about the river a little bit as you're walking, you know, to kind of fill up the void, until you get to, you know, the National Register District.
When Pat and I were talking yesterday, getting ready for the meeting, we were talking about, you know, she had the idea, like, do we do 2 like at the same time, but like starting from other sides and then crossing? But if we're using the library as a potential rendezvous point, we could like end there for refreshments and then start the next one, like they can have their refreshments beforehand. But also if someone does come with their XYZ number of people, you could say, well, stick around for the next one, or we're doing another one in about an hour, however long it takes. As opposed to turning them away completely, because you're right, what do you do? I mean, we strictly say, because of,
I think.
we
part of-
cannot accept.
part of
Because of
that-
safety.
Yeah.
Everybody is concerned with being safe,
Yeah.
so they certainly wouldn't object to that.
Right, and then,
But I think the tone of it too is like you are requiring registration, you know,
Mhm.
so people tend to say, oh, I didn't register, or I did register. You might get a fluky one here or there, but that might help to.
Hmm.
At least you
as
know what.
opposed to, oh, that sounds cool, maybe I'll go, and then the next thing you know, you have 20 people doing that, it almost makes it more formal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, because of the increase you thought around noon time of traffic, were you thinking doing one earlier and then one later? So it wouldn't be an hour, it would be like if you did something
Oh.
like 10-ish, and then maybe like two-ish, 2:30-ish?
We could.
Just to say, if you think that the noon time traffic is, you think
Yeah, I think
is
it's-
it people getting out of churches? I don't know.
I don't know what it was a Sunday, because the 25th that we're talking about is a Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't know, I mean, Pleasant Street's tough with people flying from Somerset.
People travel fast on Pleasant
Uh-huh.
Street.
Okay, that's a whole different topic, but yeah, and that also makes it noisier. A car going slowly once in a while on Water Street, but cars zooming, I mean, a truck can go down, and that's gonna be what, in here, no matter how many people are there, so that's also. You know,
I would say to break it up to two different. Do you figure it's gonna take an hour?
not two different districts, I mean, like, both,
No, no,
but
no.
two different tours. I
Yeah.
think too, and I got saying to Pat too, like, yes, you'll have, you might have the, oh, well, I volunteer every Saturday morning, wish you had one in the afternoon, I could have done that. Like, there might be some people that can do one or the other, if we only do one time.
I think breaking it up into two different times might help with registration.
Right, that's what I was thinking too.
So do like 10 and 2?
Doesn't the library close at 2?
It does close at 2, yeah.
Right, so.
We don't have to have refreshments at the library. We could just start and end at Tricentennial Park.
We could,
Sure, they have benches there.
And there's picnic tables there too.
They have a trash barrel.
Depends what kind of day you get, really, because.
good point,
Because if it was like Sunday, no one would do it.
Yeah,
no, but yeah, abysmal, yeah.
a lot of weird people out there. Shady.
Your
friends?
Let's think of the same
Outside.
thing.
Does he know Alice in Wonderland? Come on, let's get him, let's get him.
We're all mad here, right? We're all mad here.
Oh, my God.
That was on this,
Where's his Cheshire cat? Oh, there it is.
he's there 7 times, you don't see him?
Yeah.
All right, so if we do registration, now we could either do it by, do you know about setting up Eventbrite or,
What do you mean, how to go about doing it?
yeah, I'm sure it's just an app, or we can just have them email.
I think the Eventbrite is better because it makes it more formal, like you could,
Yeah.
like, what if you miss an email, or it goes to your junk mail by accident, or, oh, shoot, I didn't check today, do I do the first 3 that I see? Do I see like, oh, I responded to someone, but no, I gotta wait for them to respond before I tell them yes or no?
Right, yeah.
Eventbrite, I think it's more like
Takes it out of.
like, hey, when those 15 are filled,
Yeah,
15
it
are
takes
filled,
it out of.
right, it takes it out of your hands to like be corresponding with
Correct,
people.
correct.
I mean, you could leave an email for yourself, or the board if you want to say, if you have questions, but.
We should also say this is only good for like 15 spots.
Yeah.
Right, in
So
the,
reserve your spot right
I'm
now.
just gonna double check and see like to host an Eventbrite that's free, like, does one have to pay anything to use Eventbrite?
And publish it on a historical.
I'm wondering now if it is free.
And back in the day,
Eventbrite fees.
should be free.
But that's the people at Old Colony, they're very nice, and they do theirs through Eventbrite. I'm sure they'd talk to you.
Yeah.
Yes, it's free to use Eventbrite for creating and publishing free events. But there are fees for paid events.
All right, so
Organizers can publish an unlimited number of tickets on pre-plan. Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. You know, Facebook has events, but that's more like an RSVP thing. I don't think there's a way to like,
No, I think that Eventbrite sounds good.
there's no one in front of it.
And then you can
This is
post
some-
that
this is
on the
just for professional
Facebook.
lessons.
Yes, it does, yes.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, right.
we must have an app that,
So there is an Eventbrite app.
right, Zach, you wanna take charge of,
Setting it, Eventbrite.
setting up the Eventbrite?
Are you still looking at the 25th of October? Okay, I can't make the morning one, but if you have one at 2, I can make the afternoon.
That's not allowed, right?
That's a good one.
That's not encouraged.
Kids are not encouraged.
Well, that's good.
Talkative kids are not encouraged.
Oh, where's the educator?
Jackson is not invited.
Well, the educator maybe wants to know, maybe that boy was alone, because if that boy had a parent, would say,
All that.
enough.
He left in the, no, I think there was a parent. I think there
You
was.
just let 'em
And then sometimes.
Yeah, they just let him talk, because he talks too much at home, so let him go. let him go talk to somebody
It's an
else.
outlet, it's an outlet for
My
him.
parents would have said.
Yeah. But he was
Let's say it now.
disruptive to the
Poor
group.
parents.
All right, so on the 25th, we'll do a 10 AM and a 2 PM.
Okay.
15 people max to register.
And we, because of the 2 o'clock, being the cutoff. I guess we still could use the library for references in between.
I would just keep everything at Tricentennial
Yeah.
Park
Some little
for
library.
people to park their cars and leave, you know,
That's a good idea.
as much as including the library. We could go to the library in between, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Some people don't even know where Tricentennial Park is.
well, it's up to them to find it. I asked my dad, I was like, is it the one that's right? He goes, shut up. You drive by it all the time.
I'm like, okay, I'll just drive until I see it.
What Eagle Scout, was it Brendan Shalikas?
I don't know, that's one of the things I wanted to
I
find
think
out.
it was his. It was like someone that I knew, it was
There's someone.
younger than me, but
What troop would he have been from? You could always ask them.
44.
Oh,
45,
40, yeah.
sorry. 44 is the
She
sign.
took one number right off. 44 now. So who was the scoutmaster of 45? You know,
When I
it's just
was-
somebody you can contact.
when I was there, it was Paul St. George,
Yeah.
but
He's
I'm
no longer.
fairly certain it was Brendan Shalikas. It's his project.
Wouldn't that be in town minutes?
Yes, and I
Okay.
believe it might even be on the sign.
So 2012 Tricentennial Park, if you could look that up, Sharon. Yeah, that would be great, because we could add that. All right, so talk about the date, no more than an hour. If it gets to an hour, who's ever leading stops talking.
Because people lose interest.
Yes.
45 minutes to an hour. Stop it.
Yeah,
That's plenty.
It was Brendan Shalikas, it's on the sign that's there.
it's on the sign.
Yeah,
I didn't see a name on this.
Tricentennial Park, Eagle Project by Brendan Shalikas.
Yeah, but did we sound?
No more clear cut than that.
Yeah, I mean, gee, I did not see that. I mean,
Unless that sign's not there anymore,
no, it's.
Yeah, it's there.
but.
Well, then, we didn't read that. did we?
No.
The sign is the only sign there.
It's not like they were
Who's
busy
he?
reading the other ones.
So the park was named after him?
No, it was the
No.
Eagle, so that part did not
It was
exist.
Tricentennial.
It was what?
that part did not exist. I mean, it was probably a pasture.
It was an
green-
Eagle Scout
green.
project.
It
To
was
be-
always, I told you what it was.
To be an Eagle Scout, one year to be one of the qualifying things to be an Eagle Scout, you have to do a project for the community or something for the community. When I was there, someone cleaned up the old oak tree. That's not council oak, but the
Did they tie a yellow ribbon around it?
Tie a yellow.
Better why, I did it. Well, the way you said it, it's an old oak tree.
and for his, he chose to create that mark. I'm not
There's
sure.
always a little spot where people
Like-
park to look at the river.
Grassy area,
Whether it was
but
morning, noon, or night.
I was gonna say, you want to elaborate on what they did when they parked?
Well, I think it was.
that's
parking.
that's the historic commission after hours. We talk about stuff like.
There was some other business that might have taken place there.
Might have, I don't know. Imagine talking to someone, hey, you wanna go park it? Like, imagine doing that today. I just don't know. I don't know if you ever talked about it, you just kind of like went.
I don't need to know much more about the person. Like, okay. Yeah, well,
I
you
can't go there.
you
Look at that.
you look to that.
I was.
I think.
Okay, so, the narrative, so did everyone get a chance to
Yes.
read my narrative? And memorize it? Yeah.
There's one note, he was appointed by a young resident.
Okay, well, I'll put his name there.
That sounds like an old woman wrote
Yeah,
that.
an old woman, yeah,
It's too big.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
I'll put his name now. That would be my way. How do you spell his last name?
Yeah, Donald Sign Pat.
I'll have to go read it.
Go back, start.
It is, SHILEIKIS. And it's Brandy, BRANDON.
Brandon.
And it's from Shalikas. Shalikas in the year movie.
Show. Enough information, too much information.
I like that it's more information in the brochure. So like, I think if we had this much information.
This
we-
is actually, this is good.
Oh,
I
no,
was
it's
reading-
great.
Yeah, I was reading through, it's,
I think if we had this much for the brochure, we could have done one of those booklets like summer.
well, when we did the
But-
brochure, we said when we wanted to do the walking tour, we wanted more. This
No,
was-
I know,
this-
it's so.
The brochure was just to like make someone wanna
Mhm.
learn about it.
Yeah.
and wanna know more.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. So, okay.
I know we had talked about, you know, at the library opening, you and I had talked about possibly doing a virtual tour instead of the walking tour, but then decided, well, part of the thing is to have events and everything. Do you think we want to do at some point, not even utilizing cable, but a recorded version where, or even at the same time, if someone just videotapes the walk and then you record
And then
after, and another date, record over it for documentation purposes and like as a memory, or if someone to watch it after. I mean, you can do it really anytime, wouldn't have to necessarily be that day, but I don't know if that was something.
I mean, that might be
be.
food for thought to archive it. for-
That archive it for.
You know, maybe in the spring or something, you want to do something like that.
Yeah.
See how successful it is, you know, we'll know if we need to do another one in the spring or what we need to do with it after we do our first run.
You may get more interest as it's talked up. you know,
Right.
People will talk about it.
Right.
And maybe those that you can get into the 10 o'clock showing or the 2 p.m. showing might say, hey,
Showing is when someone dies. When I,
Hey, well,
at the funeral home, you have a showing.
Wait till I try to remember.
do you think you want to have a dry run now you have all the information typed up, see exactly how long it takes you?
No, because some of it, I think,
Not that, I guess it doesn't really matter how long it takes you. It's not, if we're having the other one be back to back with no fifty, I guess you wouldn't want that long to.
No, because we're gonna make it fit into, you know,
We want to make it long enough so that way it's interesting, but not too long where people lose interest.
right,
Exactly.
So you might not say go over every bullet point you have.
right, right.
Yeah,
You know, and some of it you can obviously say as you're walking too, you can talk about it like prior to, you know, kind of give it a
Do you
feel.
want someone walking with you telling you what time it is?
That's probably a good
Yeah,
idea.
it is, because
Yeah,
all they have to say is like, that's 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Or that's a half hour. You're on 45, and then after 45, you know to try to.
right, right.
I know I have.
I won't be at the morning, I will certainly be at the afternoon.
Only because you had experience.
I'm really,
here.
I'm really good at times.
Why do you do it for Somersets? You see the time.
Because I was up surrounded Fred and John's.
Oh.
We got there early, and he didn't have a watch, and I said, oh, I do, I'll tell you.
Okay.
I have one of those.
Except you didn't tell them when it was done.
I have one of those
I couldn't,
7
because I
hour
left.
glass that you.
Oh, an hour?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
God.
glass. You can
That's
use
the
that. You can
fan,
use that,
yeah,
yes.
that's the fan, goes through the.
Oh, is it?
That's a TV show, yeah.
Days of our lives.
Yeah.
The days
These
of
are
our
the dances.
Are you gonna read from this?
I'm gonna try and,
I hope not.
I don't know.
Oh, only because I don't have a big iPad, but I have a mini iPad, so it'd be easier for you to scroll. As opposed to having sheets and flipping kind
Yeah,
of thing,
yeah.
it's easier for just like,
I was trying to think, you know, how would be the best to organize it, you know, it's really,
I mean. As long as it's in order by the things we're seeing, I think
that's, I was thinking, you know, it's like, it's gonna start in Tricentennial Park. So talk about, the, you know,
Yeah,
how it was created. Just real brief about the National Register of Historic Places. Or, you know, and then we can start walking, because if you walk in back of 2022 19 Pleasant Street, you're walking back of all of those, and you can kind of do it as you're walking. I know when Taunton did it, they actually had a laminated like flip book that they used.
the whole, like, the host used, the guide used.
Yeah, yeah,
But she referred to it.
yeah,
She didn't sit there and read
no,
word for word.
some of it she did read word for word.
I have a laminator, if you decide you wanna do that.
You have one.
The laminator,
Oh, okay.
if you decide you wanna do that.
You know, because as you're giving your presentation, I was trying to think in my head, you know, it's kind of like we're doing a PowerPoint, but
Yeah.
not on the computer.
Right,
Right.
Essentially,
Yeah, yeah.
I know they have teleprompter apps, like you could put text into it, and it's like they start, it will scroll automatically for you as you're walking. Yeah. I can just hold it up, like, behind someone and pack it, just like look at it the whole time. while it scrolls. Then I'll put my own little notes there.
You know, like when we were walking along the river, you know, we talk about, that's when I talk about the Taunton River details, just to kind of like
Yeah.
feel the
Yeah.
void,
Yeah.
you know? I talk about when I went swimming there one time only.
It's not the Pat Gales walking tour. Picture it, no.
You sure?
Yeah, I can't make that one.
So it covered basically everything that we need. And then some,
What if they ask you about tunnels going from the houses to the river?
about what?
Tunnels going from the houses to the river. What do
Well,
you wanna
there
say?
probably were the same sewer tunnels that were in Somerset.
You don't think it was for the slave trade? You don't think it was raining on railroad? No.
You wouldn't want to go in one of those.
Exactly.
You know, some, like a lot of it, you know, there's a lot of details about some of the houses that I might just skip.
Oh, I know, I had a thought. Are you gonna talk, I did read your, so you're talking about the boats that were built over here? The boats that?
Yeah.
Okay, any chance you wanted to bring and I mean a good sized photo, you know, like of the type of boat that was built, just so you could say, You know, that's something they can't visualize.
Right.
You can't. So like you had some,
Yeah.
Because that's in, the 1912
but
bicentennial.
what did we get up to, a 4-masted schooner? 3-masted schooner? If you could get your hands on just a nice picture of a 3-masted schooner to say, and this would be typical of the type of boat that was built here. I thought of that when I read your opinion.
Yeah.
I know in
Because
fall,
people, when you think of, I thought this too, I think that they're bigger because they're going out on the ocean. You think they're going out on the ocean because they're going to the West Indies and to South America. But what they really did was hug the coast.
yeah,
You know, they're just going down the coast of it.
they're not whaling ships, they're not like, yeah,
Oh, no, you forgot?
you forgot. We've been recording.
I know, but you won't be able to hear it.
I know, what?
Well, you do the minutes, not me.
We'll have to put Rafa in charge of microphones. Yeah, a picture of a boat, kind of boat we're talking about.
I did I think once a year in the fall, interlocking or interlation, where when the Borden houses was in Fall River, with the old ice house,
Mhm.
they have like the ruins, you can go back there. It's city property now for like the water department, but once a year they open it up for like
so you
a
can
walking
walk.
tour, and they have not that we're gonna have tables, but like they have pictures of things, like to show like, oh, this is what the house looked like before it was in ruins. Not that we're passing on pictures, but I think visuals like that would be a good idea.
Aside, it won't be long. Has anyone seen the falls in Fall River? Do you know where they are?
Isn't like what the falls of Fall River are named after?
I've lived here all my life. You can go to the falls in Fall River.
Yeah.
Google it. It's behind a mill. They tell you not to take people's spaces because it is private property, but you can see the existing waterfalls
Yeah, it's
in
not,
Fall River, and that's what
but yeah,
Fall River was named after.
the
We
Ketchikan,
lived there all this
I had
time and
no
I've never
idea.
seen it
Yeah.
again.
the Ketchikan River, it's
Queequeg.
So
the
it's
translation is for the falling rivers, and
Yeah.
it's for that.
So it's down where the Quequechan Mills would have been.
Yeah,
Google it and they'll tell you where you can even park.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never knew that.
It's very,
I'd like
like,
to see
it
that.
looks like it's just like water rushing under a sewer pipe, almost, it's what kind of looks like, but
Because of that,
Yeah.
you know?
That's
I mean,
cool. I didn't even know that.
you know why?
So the city
It
used
used
to
to be called Troy,
Exactly.
and then, but that area was so notable for the mills,
Mhm.
they named it after the river that powered the mills.
Seriously, you know, it was Fall River, one word,
Right,
not
right,
Fall.
for it, yeah.
It was one word.
It's a village
They changed
to
to Troy,
Troy.
and they changed back to
Back.
Fall River.
It was Troy, I think, because one of the citizens went to Troy, New York, and just had a good time there and mentioned it during a meeting arbitrarily, and they were like, "There's no objections." Like, all right, we'll do it.
I love Trinity.
There's, yeah,
I lived there.
but it was voted back because Fall River was like starting to become this industry city.
Yes.
Yeah.
People just referred to it as Fall River anyway, so they're like, all right, we'll call it Fall River again.
Mhm.
And
Interesting.
there were like 7 other Troys, so the mail kept getting
Yes.
lost, and there was so much confusion.
Between New York
So they
and
changed
here.
People just kept calling it Fall River, so they put it back, and that's when they separate to Fall River.
Interesting.
All right, so we're good on the narrative. I'll work on the little organization of it. So that it's not like reading word for word. word for
Yeah.
word. Now, who's gonna be prepared if something happens to me to take over?
Then we might go word for word.
I was gonna say, I'll do it. Memorize it as a backup. I'm not memorizing all that to be your understudy, Pat. I'm gonna be on book if I'm gonna be your understudy.
I have to do it. Word for word. My glasses.
And you will wait, you will wait.
Project.
Was
Bye.
anybody reading Somerset Tour? Were they reading? No, this is all talk.
Here's all talk.
So he should be able to, well, he's probably been doing it for many years. so
Well, he
that's what
hadn't
knows.
done one. This is the first one he'd done, which is.
Oh, okay.
He done at nighttime, because he went on one and it was in the nighttime. And
Oh.
then he goes, that was dumb.
Oh, man. Well, baptism by fire.
Right.
So I thought it would be a great tool to, what did you do that we liked and what did you do that
Yeah.
you stay away from, that's all. So
Nighttime to stay away from.
Yeah. Unless
And
you're
the
gonna do
50
it in
plus
the
people.
summer where it's still light out.
Hey, he came to our meeting to talk about our brochure.
Mhm.
Pat went to his to talk about the actual.
Well, I'd like to offer him a brochure, offer him a slot during one of your,
Mm.
when you have them available.
Okay. When are we going to advertise? This is for the 25th, which is like.
Tomorrow.
We should do this ASAP. yeah.
I'll-
Do you have
I'll
like
do
a
the event.
flyer thing ready to, almost ready to go, or how are we gonna?
We're just plugging the dates that you,
Okay, yeah, the 2 times and then the event, right?
which I mean, I could set it up tonight. I don't,
Yeah,
I'll have to look at too, like, when's it go live per se, like if you don't have a chance to look at it tonight, but I don't, I obviously wouldn't go live. Like, people have to know to go look for it, so I
Right.
can just make it and then,
okay, we'll get it as quickly as we can. Why don't we say that?
You're gonna post something in the library?
Yeah, and we'll print out some things to post in the library.
do we have a historical commission email address, right?
Yep.
That you have access to?
Yep.
So when I make the account, do you want me to use that email address?
Yeah.
That, so you
Yeah.
can, like, I'll just set it up, but any questions and stuff,
Yeah.
that can just go to
Yeah.
you. Okay, what's the email address?
Historical Commission at Dayton-ma.gov,
Oh, one word, historical commission.
lowercase, all lowercase.
Okay, and then I'll just create and obviously tell you the password for the account and then,
Okay. All right. So I have the letter, I found the addresses and stuff for all of the property owners. So they're ready to mail, get them in the mail tomorrow.
Okay.
Amazing how many post office boxes and trusts there are,
Oh, yeah.
you know? So. All right, so anything else? We're finally gonna get this off the ground. Yay. We've done well.
Yeah.
Do you want to continue or do you want me to?
all yours. I mean, we'll continue, but I do enough for
Yeah, I don't
zoning.
wanna step on your toes.
All yours. For the record, I yield my
Oh,
chair.
okay. Rapper, anything on historical markers?
Nothing.
Have you started bugging them yet?
No.
The school started, so I mean,
No, but I just speak with Mike, not Mike, what's his face? Kevin Smith, because they're colleagues now.
oh, that's right, he works with you for,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I mentioned to Kevin, if there's any way, maybe you can talk to Mike about it, maybe push him a little further,
yeah,
because I just don't want to like bug people.
I would say by now that like they're settled into school year, so I mean, I could understand at first in September, like that's trying to get the school year going, but I would say, I don't think he'd be bugging at this point now.
I would reach out to Mike. Yeah, I'm just saying, we're ready for another visit. Are you ready for us? Because we have 2 markers for Chase Street.
Mhm.
And then I had someone contact me that's interested in markers.
Really?
Yeah. So there is still interest out there for it. As it should be.
Aren't you interested in the market?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
It's one right there.
She's like, yeah, do you know, where I can get one?
We'll help you with the research.
Yeah. I love looking at things like the houses. In January, Mark at the library director is planning a workshop on how to research your house history.
Oh, good.
And this woman, Marion Pierre Louis, is doing it. And I've seen her, she does a lot of genealogy stuff. So he asked for some suggestions of houses to do. So I gave him like 3 or 4 suggestions in that neighborhood. Ones that haven't been done a lot. One's Dr. Souza's house, because it was just mentioned in the survey for South Dayton. Charles Whitmarsh's house down on Water Street was just mentioned in the survey, and William Cobb's house, which is on the corner of Pleasant Street and Main Street. Is there one more? I think that was that, so that she could have a choice, because a lot of our houses have been done, because I thought like my mom's house, I did other people might be interested.
Karen Gadden's house.
Karen Gannon had done her house, for the markers, so. But then, maybe I thought Dr. Souza's house right across from the library might be of interest because people could really see it,
Yeah,
so. Just an aside. For our National Register nomination for Mount Hope Finishing Company and the village area. So Stacy has begun the research. She did a little more research about the Olmsted Brothers' involvement. They were involved, but it's not enough to include as an area of significance because under criterion C, which deals with the architect and the landscaping pieces of it, but definitely they'll be mentioned under the criterion A, which is the history. She's looking at some properties that Mount Hope had rented, but that weren't in the scope of our survey. So in the nomination, it'll include justifications for properties that are included and those that are excluded and the reasons why for the proposed district. Then she should be in town in November to take some more pictures, to add to the building descriptions and to firm up the boundaries of the proposed district. So it might be a little tighter than our original survey form. She's also taken a close look at the Taunton properties. We know the ones that are right over the line.
Yep.
They were definitely Mount Hope and the small cottage that's on Autumn Street. Because that was a garage that was on the Yeah. park there. So the Carnegie Building, so we all know the library is open at 207 Main Street. So do we want to talk with the town administrator about the uses of the Carnegie Building? And I kind of mentioned this to Ralph in passing. I said, we need to talk about that. So I can set up a meeting with him to talk about what we would like to see. Of course, we need a space that belongs to us,
Yep.
and plus.
Is the building empty now?
No, the
Not
library
fully.
still has some stuff there.
Okay.
All of the books and everything are out. Some of the stuff will stay with the building because it's building related stuff, not.
Like what?
Some of the furniture, I think there's some lights that were original to the building, that's things that don't belong at 207, but still need to remain with the building. Some of the building plans that are there,
No, it's cool.
should still be there.
Which comes to worse, like when what happened to that building, we should make sure those plans are saved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful building.
I think we need to start
I think we have to start
making our requests now.
When does the building officially considered no longer its use? I mean, stuff being in there, is that still considered?
To the trustees when they're satisfied that everything that belongs to them is out, that they turn it back to the town. There's no longer under their jurisdiction. That building is locally significant, and I looked at our records. We never voted it to be locally significant. We do have a Form B that was completed by Stacy in one of our surveys. And on it, she checked that it's individually eligible to be considered for a National Register designation. I do know that when you go for a single building to be recognized on the National Register, you have to do inside and outside pictures.
Oh, that's right.
So-
That's why we couldn't really do it before.
Yeah, it's easier to do it if it's a part of a district, because then it's just the outsides of the buildings. But when it's an individual building, I mean, we certainly can go ahead and, try and get it on the register. It has not changed. It's architecturally, has the integrity
Right,
still.
yeah, definitely.
Doesn't the ramp on the outside do something?
That's removable, so,
If it gets removed, then you take the pictures, because,
yeah,
Good point.
the ramp,
No, it's a good point.
yeah. Like there
But
would
would
have to
you-
be some kind of ramp there for access, no
For
matter what.
handicap.
Is it removable, like, how removable is it?
Yeah, but you.
Like, is it
I
easy enough
don't know- I don't know
to put it back and take a picture?
From being a national register building.
You would
have to have
think
access.
nowadays with handicap and American ABA and stuff
Yeah.
like that, ADA, you would think that like nothing would then be able to be qualified because everything has to be up to code for that.
Yeah.
Your building, yeah.
Also might be worth mentioning too, I don't know what the number is, but it's one of the very few Carnegie
Yeah.
left. I mean,
Berkeley has one.
Swansea has one that's now being refurbished. I think they opened in November. Like, is it like 20 or less? Is it that few?
I don't know how many. I know I was in one in Wisconsin.
They're all over.
They're all-
There's a whole web page devoted to it, and what you might need is what will the building be used for? If you're gonna put it on the National Register, they talk about the use of the building. So, I mean, if it's just empty, doing nothing, it don't look
Then-
good, you know? So do you want to wait and say, oh, it's
Yeah.
the office of?
I think at least now what we should do is declare it that it's locally significant, like we did for Smith Memorial Hall, for the Winslow Davis Museum. What else did we do? We did 3 of them. Mount Hope Company, that has to Dayton huge significance. And it's architecturally,
I mean,
the same.
almost nothing has changed.
No, it has local pudding stones on it, so we could do that vote tonight.
I was gonna say, what are we waiting for?
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I'll entertain a motion to declare the Dayton Carnegie Building, also known as the Dayton Public Library, as locally significant.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Now we can, that's done, thank you. Some reading on, the National Register too, and Carnegie buildings. So next is, I put on the agenda the plaque for Kathy Yell and the town flag. So that flag there, Kathy Yell designed and made. And I was looking at it one night and I was like, you know what, there's nothing there that indicates who made that, who was responsible for the town of Dayton to have that. And there's also a 2-sided flag like that up at the State House.
Yeah, I read your little
Yeah,
piece
You know
on
what
that.
she should have done? Put her initials on the rock.
she.
And how?
That would have been cool.
Did you do that?
That would
Yeah.
have, that would
Did you
have,
do that?
well,
No,
that
Kathy.
would have been a really good idea, actually.
In plain sight.
Good Greek. Did you know her?
Yes, I did. Pat, you knew Kathy too.
No,
Yeah.
hardly at all. I know her by
She was a
sight.
Very
That's it.
talented woman. She could make quilts and applique and, she was just very artistic. Very vivacious too.
When she passed away?
Oh,
Don't know.
good 10 years ago or so. So I was thinking, you see how there's a plaque under this flag here? We got something that's similar to that to put underneath that flag. Because my thought was, once the people that knew Kathy go, there's no one left. to tell
I
the
wouldn't have known if
story.
you didn't tell me. I knew we had a flag. I knew we had one in the State House, but it's all I know. I don't know anything that's much about it besides that.
So I guess the process would be to ask the Board of Selectmen permission to hang a plaque first, and then we go about working on the pricing and the wording for it.
Do you know when she died?
Yes.
She was 61 when she died. She lived on County Street in Dayton, and she passed away on October 18, 2007.
Do you have any relatives that you know of or still in the area?
Yeah, her sister, Margaret, is still around, and
It might be worth when, the plaque goes up to, if we're doing it at one of our meetings. and-
Now, Margaret was
Yeah.
the one that did the chair for us at the Historical Society.
right, and Kathy had a son too, and I'm not quite
Want me
sure.
to read you the bit fast?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Fast, all right. Catherine Yell, 61 of County Street in Dayton, passed away on Thursday, October 18, 2007, at the Country Gardens Nursing Center in Swansea. She was born in North Dayton, the daughter of Louise Gracia Gomes of North Dayton and the late Joseph S. Gomes. Mrs. Yell was a graduate of Dayton Rehoboth High School with the class of 1964 and then attended the Rhode Island School of Design. She began her professional life working as a land surveyor for the Otis Dyer Surveying Company in Rehoboth. She then worked for the Mary Kay Cosmetic Company. Subsequently, she owned her own business, Katz Prints, which specialized in upholstery, crafts, and graphic design. She was very involved with the town of Dayton for many years, serving as secretary of the planning board, a member of the Historical Society, and helping restore the old schoolhouse. She also helped design a logo for Dayton Rock. See, I think that's what they meant. That's how they put it, a logo for Dayton.
Yeah, yeah.
Mrs. Joe was a very active member with Grace Gospel Church in Swansea, where she taught Sunday school to young children and illustrated and implemented a curriculum for the children. She also enjoyed photography, writing, and spending time with her family and friends. In addition to her mother, Mrs. Joe is survived by a son, Joshua Yell of Dayton, 4 sisters, Barbara Haywood of Attleboro, Rosemary Lopes of Taunton. I think I might know her. I think I might know Rosemary Lopes. Margaret Philbrook of Smithfield, and Joanne Ransley of Dayton, and many nieces and nephews.
Right,
Wow.
so Joanne's still around, Margaret's around, Joshua, I think it's still around.
I think I might know her.
I think it would be cool to,
Invite them.
Yeah.
when we,
All right, so I think the first step is to go to the Board of Selectmen and say we want to do it before we invest the money in doing it.
yeah, and then once we get that, contact a plaque maker and get quotes and then
Yeah.
write it up.
Yeah, because we have the plaque maker that we use that did the Boston Post cane.
Especially if we're doing that size, you can actually like include a blurb about it.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like this,
Right, right.
but some of it like is certainly like,
Right.
Okay. So I will ask to get on the Board of Selectmen's agenda and present this to them. And then we'll go from there. Good. I just had this feeling like all of a sudden no one will know,
Yeah,
you know?
because there's nothing there. It really doesn't
Right.
say, where did this flag come from?
Right.
I wasn't aware it went up
It's-
to the State House.
it's funny you said, I was doing, I have a project about all like the town flags and like sometimes I like email a town clerk and be like, hey, like, does your town have a flag? And like the town would be like, I don't know. Like Attleboro is one, but no, North Attleboro is one that like I've seen it in the town, like in the State House, but it's kind of hard to see like what it looks like. And I even went down to the city and they were like, yeah, we have one flag. Don't know where it is. It's not hanging up anywhere. It's like in a vault somewhere. And they're like, I couldn't even begin to tell you where it is. Like, now that you're mentioning it, it's the first time I had to think about it in like 20 something years, but like, that's how some flags are. So like,
Yeah.
like you're right. If we don't have anything about it, no one's ever gonna know.
Right, so, all right, well, the library building committee, as you all know, the library grand opening was a huge success. It was well attended. The public's been using the library. There's people there in and out all the time.
I was there one night and the kids were there doing some kind of
Yeah.
coloring project thing.
The building committee will be meeting on October 16th and kind of like to make sure that all of the last minute details, the things you don't know about until you move in kind of things are taken care of.
Did they finally get their phones?
I don't know. I
The other
haven't.
day, I was there when the phone guy was.
You've gone almost a couple of weeks with no phone.
It's insane. So, still have to get the proper heat rates have to be in order that are antique looking. Do any of you know like a website to find antique floor rates, HVAC rates?
I don't spend a lot of my time in that part of the web.
Marketplace.
And in the dark web.
So I've been looking, I do, just, and they do have one big one that's in a wall that I took a picture of to make sure that it's gonna match that. I'm gonna work with Mark to make sure that those are proper, because right now they're just modern looking ones that are put into for the time being. But I just love it. I just think.
It's,
amazing.
yeah.
So I forgot the coin.
Oh, they're cool. I saw them.
I did Oh. too.
They are really cool.
So for America's 250, we have the coin. I was gonna bring one to show you. They're very nice. I still have to work on getting some to town hall to sell. We met tonight with Bristol Aggie regarding the location for the family living history encampment. And they tabled it because we have to get some financial stuff to them, but they were very positive about, hosting us at Woods Farm. I sent you a calendar. Our calendar is filling up with the events for 2026. So it's looking really good. And Myrna's doing the Old Bristol Path in January. We have the rendezvous with Rachel Revere. So on Sunday, I went to Berkeley's tea that they had over at Chamberlain Farms, and they had this Judith Calora, who is does Rachel Revere too. She did Deborah Sampson. She was fantastic. She was really good. So I'm really excited about that. So we're trying to, figure out different things. Joanne Racine is planning some children's activities. We've ordered we've ordered toys and things that they would have been doing in colonial times. And she's gonna talk with Lori at the library to see if she can arrange some programming there with them too. That's a great idea. Talked with Superintendent Rooney, to see about including the schools at different things. So, we trying to get all kinds of connections, get everyone involved.
You know what's cool? Maybe I could bring a copy. One of the Swansea elementary schools for a project, the kids had to each kid wrote a page about, this is third grade, drew a picture of a certain house in town in Swansea or a neighborhood or something, and the kid would write 4 or 5 sentences about it, and they published it into a book.
Oh.
It'd be cool to involve the schools that way, and I know the schools, I don't know how much it would be, but kind of the coloring book they have in the library kind of thing, but it'd be good to possibly involve the town, the kids.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get a copy of it.
Yeah, okay, great. The CPC met on September 18th. And Timothy Ryan's Playground, the one in South Dayton, was scheduled to begin, I said for the second week in August, but that should be October. Good thing I came.
What?
The Historical Society project, fixing their wall, is completed. As we know, the HVAC library project is completed. They were going to schedule the annual public meeting for February. Thought process, we have been typically in the spring, but they're going to do it in February because that would be before town meeting when the different CPC articles would be on the warrant. And then they'll review CPC financial reporting in October because there's all of the state for the DOR reporting that has to be done. So those are the committee things. Is there anyone that has any other historical sharing for today?
Well, I don't know whether anybody else saw this or not, the survey by the Massachusetts Historical Commission. There's a young gentleman that was
Did
doing,
you click on it?
yes,
And did you complete it?
yes, I did.
Okay.
Oh, is that-
I did not.
Aiden cannot, I had
Yeah.
that under my correspondence because I
Yeah.
got an email to forward it to commission members. Did you all get it?
No,
Mhm.
yeah.
No.
Yeah,
This was in
Oh,
September.
you would have got it if you would have got it.
Oh, they sent one today too. I got one.
Oh,
You forwarded to all our emails?
Let me see. I didn't forward it yet.
Oh,
I completed the survey, but I did not add to enter a lottery for a gift.
Oh, all
I
right,
was a
yeah, it's
little
the same
question
one,
about
yeah.
that.
what were the questions about?
No, about putting your name in to get a.
No,
gift.
the questions that the survey was about.
It was about, I can't even think,
it was too political for me. That I got half through it. I filled out all the little
Yeah.
answers, describing you and whatever. And then it asked about your relationship to different organizations in the town. Okay, the relationship of our committee. I
yeah,
don't mean my relationship, I mean
Right.
the committees. But then it got into, do you want to run for something? And do you agree with, it got into politics.
Yeah.
And as soon as
I
that started.
answered, not applicable or whatever,
Oh, as soon, when you began the survey, it said, you can answer it, you cannot, you can choose not to answer it, that's fine. You can start answering it and then decide you don't want to answer it anymore, and that's the option that I took. So I did, waste enough time filling it out. And then it's like, no, I don't see why you're asking these kind of questions.
Yeah.
This isn't what I would
Does it
ask.
say what the project's for? Like what his research will go?
It does.
Yeah.
He tells you what it's for, and no, I chose not to.
Oh, yeah.
I think some of it did say at one point, there was some about the politics and, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
I answered it however I felt,
Yeah.
you know, and I
Yeah.
probably wrote, choose to answer this at this time, or I don't think this
Right.
is appropriate.
So,
But I did complete the survey, and I
Okay.
also did not add to have my name put in for
Okay.
that gift, because I was a little leery about that because of
right, right,
conflict of interest.
Correct.
right,
So I did not,
Yeah, that's a.
yeah.
I don't even know why they put that in there.
I was gonna say, you would think if someone, a grad student at Harvard doing this kind of survey would
Yeah, 'cause it's-
no conflict of interest like that, how that, I mean, I'm sure it's probably a good faith, but
'Cause
Guys,
I
that's a
looked at
big,
his- I looked at his profile and he is a political.
Activist.
Science major,
No, he's a.
PhD candidate in government at
Yeah,
Harvard University.
Yeah. And he teaches a political course and one other, he teaches 2 courses, you know.
at Harvard,
Yeah, one was politics in America, I think.
Mm.
So you guys got it. Sharon, did you get it? Did you
I
get it?
did not see it,
All
I'm
right.
not seeing it.
but I am getting a lot of stuff in my junk.
Was it
mail now.
forwarded to, from you? Like, how would I have gotten it?
I
Like,
don't,
I'm guessing they used an older list.
They might have-
membership, and I'm
right.
guessing you weren't on that.
Yeah.
yeah,
At that time.
it went to my junk mail, but I mean.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking, if
so-
I got it, but.
It didn't go to my junk mail.
Okay.
No, it didn't go to my junk
Okay.
mail either.
I'll forward it to.
I mean, I don't
Sharon,
mind.
Zach and Rafa, and you can make your decisions whether you wanna. do
Like
it or
I
not.
said, I did
Or
not
Yeah,
add the thing for the lottery thing. I said,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not gonna get into that mess.
right, okay.
I just wanted to let you know that
Yeah.
I did,
Because I had that under correspondence that I got
Oh,
that
okay.
email, so perfect.
sorry.
no, that's
wrong
okay.
direction here.
That's okay. Because I just got that today. So under other, I put the Wellington Dayton anniversary. It's like the wedding. That was in 1826. So there's, what did I
Oh.
tell you, 200 years
Mhm.
ago.
Wow.
So it's the
Ooh.
anniversary of the 2 towns merging back together. So do we, food for thought, do we want to commemorate this event? And do we want to contact the Brick Church?
I think it'd be cool,
Yeah,
especially because one, as with kind of our quote unquote mission statement for history, I wonder how many people, like the newer or younger residents who like probably never knew. I mean,
I didn't till we started this.
think about the whole what if thing. What if it didn't, like, what if it never went in our favor and it was a separate town? I mean, there are
Yeah.
lots of towns that have split and stayed split and became other
Mhm.
things, but are there actual meeting minutes somewhere? Like,
know.
or not meeting minutes, but I guess like the wedding, quote unquote, was it a
It was like a,
town meeting or like a
it
ceremony?
was like a ceremony. It was
So there
at the
probably
Brick
wouldn't,
Church. It
probably
was
wouldn't have
a-
been like
a
minutes,
cookout.
maybe a report from it, but.
Would the Brick Church
They
have
might.
information
They
on
might.
that?
Does someone want to take the lead on that?
Wait, look at me.
Who would be the person that you would contact at the Brick Church?
The pastor. I would start with the pastor, or do they have a board of trustees? Gonna take the lead on it, Irene?
Yeah, I'll try it.
Okay.
Did we, I think we were talking yesterday, was there a 100th anniversary one done? Like, did they recognize, do you know,
I don't
have you
know.
seen any
I
mention of
haven't
a?
seen
What was
anything.
the actual date?
It was in 1826.
Oh.
In May, right, you said?
May, yeah.
May.
And it's written up in the 1912 bicentennial book.
It is. Yeah.
As the wedding of 2 towns.
Do you have a hard copy of that book or extra hard copies? I have one, I have a PDF version online, but is there a, like,
I have one. That was my mom's.
I understand if it was one of those things that the historical society had like extras.
I can check.
Just my own, just kind of look at it.
I think we should reenact it.
That's what I said,
Well,
that's what I said to
so-
Pat too. We should do
Yeah, we
like
can
a
have a
a pageant or like
A special nice cake, like a wedding cake with initials WD on top.
That is.
That'd be awesome, right?
Put the W in like a little broom, like a groom's hat, and then the D with like a little veil.
So it's interesting enough in the 1820 census, I think, we've talked about this, Wellington was actually bigger, had more people than, it was like 2/3 of the town, and Dayton was a smaller.
Oh, my
1/3.
goodness.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, like it was separate for a long time.
Was North Dayton part of
I
Will?
mean, that's a 14, that's, I mean, it's not a long time, but it's significant. I mean, no, but it's like, it's not like, it's like a 2-year thing that didn't last. It's like, it was a 14 years if it was a whole separate town.
All right, so Irene's gonna take the lead on that. Very good. Thank you, Irene.
Go Irene.
If you want to have me have something for the November meeting?
Sure, that would be awesome. So our November meeting is on the 18th because the 11th is Veterans Day, the second Tuesday of November.
I won't be here.
Oh,
I'll be in Thailand.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, so you won't be zooming in?
No, that's not.
But what time would it be there for him?
You're going to Miss Universe?
Yeah. Covering.
Oh,
That's, wow.
that is cool.
That's really cool, actually.
They didn't check your calendar?
I guess I can join, it depends on the time. We'll see.
You will not be
No,
joining.
No, you will not.
No.
Bangkok
If
is
you-
11 hours.
If you do join though, I want to be there because I want to see, like, I would want to see it.
Here,
You
November
wanna see Miss
18.
Universe, so we-
It's 6, 8, it's 7 in the morning there, November 19th.
Oh, you don't want to join.
No.
You'll still be up partying. You'll still be up.
True.
Is Dan going with you?
Hates pageants. Serious.
Yeah, but Thailand, I mean, come,
Thailand.
like,
Oh.
him not liking pageants, that's why he's not going. I would, but I don't like pageants.
All right, and we will be meeting at the lower level of town hall because there's already a scheduled meeting here. A regular meeting. So I think that's everything, unless anybody has anything else. Oh, Pat?
I want to ask, but I hate to ask. What happened with the stuff that was donated to a time capsule? Where is it?
Oh, I have it. The basket home.
Okay. All right, well, it was the library.
Oh, that's right.
The library wasn't ready, so
No, it's ready.
we can't keep leaving it in a basket in your home.
To possibly like put it in like a thing kind of like that, like the thing
Like
that
that.
Somerset
That's
has,
what the
or
talk was, and he was getting measurements and having, blah, 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 blah. It's just one of those things you don't want to forget about, and it's gonna get forgotten. And people did donate some things.
Yeah, they
did. That Girl Scout troop.
Yeah.
I mean, so there's a book in there that's Girl Scout, and if they ask, well, where's our stuff?
yeah, right. I don't know.
It's in a basket in Rafa's house.
Time capsule at his house, as of right now, it is.
He's in Thailand with Miss Universe. So
So we can get that back.
that's right. So you just don't want to forget about it.
If you want.
No, we
No,
can't.
you're responsible.
You want to
Yeah.
put it somewhere.
So why don't we do this? We'll put that on the,
Dan.
Put it in the vault for now.
give it to Dan.
Yeah, for safekeeping.
Um,
Put it in a little safety box or something.
we'll put it on the December agenda.
Time capsule stuff.
And we have to figure out what we're gonna do with it. And how we're gonna, have it.
Is there room in our portion of the vault?
Hmm?
Is there room in our portion of the vault?
Yeah, I mean, we could,
Well, if it's
Put it on
other
the
people's
shelf.
stuff, not, I mean, I think put it for time capsule, I mean, that way, but
Yeah.
like,
we could make. it.
I'm not,
I was just gonna say, do we have room? No. Can we make room?
Sure.
I mean, is it literally like that, how big is,
Yeah,
how big is the?
Will a square box be big enough?
Well, what about the old trailer?
That's
That's
going.
moving.
That's,
It's leaving.
yeah, let's put it in something temporary.
Would all of our stuff fit in the 2 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot box? It's in your basket. How big's the basket?
Okay, well, that's
Oh,
about, that's,
It would fit. So
It should fit.
that's how much room you need, 2 by 2 by 2.
Okay, we can make that work.
It's mostly like paper products anyway, so.
You want to send a list of what we have?
Is there an index or an inventory?
It's about strawberry, 3 editions of Strawberry Vine newsletter.
Okay, and then should we talk about other
Scout.
things that we wanted to add to it? Or
The articles that you gave me,
Yeah,
With the
Yeah.
menus and,
there's other stuff, yeah. I don't remember off the top of my head.
is there a
but-
copy of a cookbook? Was Historical Society
don't
cookbook? No,
remember.
is that something?
Maybe a hard copy of the town report, whatever year we do it.
I know
there's
the
menus,
Girl Scouts gave
Yeah.
it.
and they gave their book.
Oh, didn't you bring the no, not 3D glasses, the solar eclipse glasses?
No.
I thought someone brought had an extra pair of the eclipse glasses and thought that
I
would be a
am
good one to put in.
Sure, I have an extra pair somewhere.
I don't know, I thought remember someone bringing it, or maybe talking about bringing it, 'cause it was happening around, I think it was happening around the time of our meeting, we thought, okay, that would be, but it's not really for that, like what year? Like that year's passed now, so like,
Should there be a little tag on all the stuff saying why it's in there? So if someone did open it up and saw these glasses, it's like, what the hell was this?
Right,
So,
that's how people used to see back then, they all walked around with these things.
I'd like for people to donate like family photos, photographs, you know, stuff like that,
yeah.
like black and white vintage photos. That'd be great.
Are we trying to archive the time period that we buried it? Or history in general? I'm just curious, like, not that you wouldn't want old pictures, but like, if you're burying it, if the whole point is opening up
For- for-
100 years from now, is like, do you want to see
It was
stuff
supposed to have
from,
been there in 2024.
so do you want to see stuff like people's,
dated that way? 2024,
And
you
open it
know?
up 50 years from now.
So now it's only 48 years. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
No, we didn't really put it there, but that was when you made your movement and that's when all this
Yeah.
stuff came together.
so it-
We'll still be alive.
right, for all intents and purposes, it's buried, it's just not buried. But we can
Buried in
still,
the basket in a
It's
row.
semi-
we can still put stuff in it, though.
It's digitally buried. There you go.
So if, I guess if we do it for 2024 and we add stuff in it, we don't want anything dated past 2020, right?
Exactly.
We don't want a newspaper from 2025 if we said.
Then they'll be confused.
Oh,
How did this get- No,
Which means
how did this get in there?
which means that
Ooh.
get rid of those Strawberry Vine newsletters dated 2025.
I would say it's probably good, yeah.
Actually, Myrna has copies from 2024.
I have.
They're electronically saved too, so you can just print
There
them
you
out.
go.
Unless you want actual hard copy one.
Right. All right, so that'll be on the agenda for December.
How come we can't get on in November? Are you busy?
I know,
Gonna be
He's
here.
not gonna be here,
Oh,
Well, you can do business without me.
but it's your
but it's your project.
That's why it's sitting in a basket in his house.
All right, Rafa, hearing none, seeing none, moving on.
Oh, my God, I love you.
Okay, okay, all right. Anything else?
I know. All right.
Was there-
To adjourn?
Was there correspondence?
So moved.
What?
Was there correspondence? No.
About,
Oh,
survey.
Survey.
So moved.
So we have
Oh,
a
sorry.
motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
7:30 PM.
We are adjourned. All tonight.
What did I do differently? I hit record, it said recording in progress.